All right, guys, we are in. Happy Monday, April 29th, coming to you a little bit sore. I'm truly, truly excited for this week. It's a big week, not only for the industry, but we have a couple great events, and I get to be here with you guys, and I will never take that lightly, and I will always be grateful for the time that we get to spend 3 times a week. Let's keep it moving. Let's set the tone, and let's make sure that we are very clear on the path ahead for this week and another week to accomplish the things that we set out to accomplish. So I'm going to go over to who do I have? Who do I have? Who do I want to have? All right. So I'm going to go over to, let's see, I got a lot of great faces on Christina Montiel. She loves when I do this to her. I'm going to have you bring us out of the field on this beautiful, beautiful Monday morning. Share your thoughts, share your sentiment with us, and let's go. And I appreciate your text message last week. That's the type of text messages I love to get. So let's go.
Good morning. Bon dia, buenos dias. Uh, just, you know what? This is a chance for us to start fresh this Monday morning. Whatever happened last week, it happened, period. So today, just move forward. You can do this. If something is not going well, if you have a feet and your shoes, change the shoes. There's nothing wrong with your feet. So just keep moving forward, one step at a time, and enjoy this beautiful week.
I love that. I love it. Did you say it's not the feet, it's the shoes? So
Yes.
like maybe your business plan isn't working for you, so just change the shoes out, but
Yep.
stick with your feet.
Yep.
Okay. I like that. I like
It's
that a
not
lot.
you.
Okay, cool. I've never heard that analogy before, but that resonates with me. I connect with that. So really, really good stuff. Let's go ahead and get started. I do have to say, somebody's on the call today, and I didn't know she was in the hospital, but here she is. She's here. Mama Son, Mama San, my heart goes out to you. She went on this crusade in the middle of the Philippines to go and serve and bring food and do this crazy, hike 13 miles, all this stuff. But she actually got a tattoo while she was there. And that tattoo, the traditional way of getting a tattoo, where they literally beat the ink into you like this, it caused an infection in her body. And she had to hop on a 13-hour flight back from the Philippines and get rushed to the hospital. And so she's here this morning. And check this out, you guys. She was in the hospital. She's here. She's got her camera on. What's your excuse? I'm just being real. So, Mama-san, I just wanted to say good morning. You don't have to talk long. I know you're probably just recovering, but you okay? You good? I just want to say hi. I saw your face here. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. I mean, honestly, it's good to see another day. It was a close one, and it was an incredible journey. But good to be home, and yeah, it's crazy. You never know, something really small turned into something really big. So health is wealth. Something small happens, or any question about anything in your life, go see a doctor. I was well taken care of, and I'm back home after day 5. So it's came straight off the airplane, straight to the ER, and it was scary. It was really scary.
Did you not want to go to the hospital there? You wanted to come to US Soil and go to the hospital?
Well, I didn't know what was wrong. I thought I just had the flu. I thought maybe I could just dug it out, but then my arm turned into like the size of my ankle and my calf. It was huge, and I knew I had to go to the doctor. And I'm glad it was here. It was just perfect timing that I didn't have to stay out there in the Philippines much longer. The doctor saw me right away, and I've been on IV since Thursday. So
Wow. So yeah, sending you positive energy, healing energy. And through all of that, she said she wouldn't have changed a thing. And what's crazy about that is that the mission, the crusade, and the purpose for her being there, it's really, really powerful. And shit happens. If you're gonna put, ink in your body, shit's gonna happen. Shit happened, unfortunately, but I'm glad that you're okay. But I know you did some reflecting. I know that you were probably, scared on the plane. You're thinking about things. And so, in the midst of the things that happen to us, we also spend some time reflecting. So you look good, your face looks good. Hopefully your arm is back to normal size. And my hope is that everything you went through getting that tattoo, that the ink in the body of work still comes out really nice.
it was, I mean, besides the tattoo, like when I went to do this trek, which was a 11-hour drive up and down these mountains, and then I zip lined into the village, which was crazy. I was there to serve the community. I was there to bring school supplies. We raised over $1,000 to bring to the community, which is helping with building new toilets and just basic things like having a window and a door on their classroom. And actually we made food for them and served the classroom. It was really heartwarming, and it was emotional because, you know, serving my community, but it was such, so giving back to your community, that was or my community, it was one of the best parts of my trip. And
Wow. Wow, that's incredible. Imagine having to go that far, like 11-mile drive, and then zip line into a village. How did you get out of the village? I'm sorry, we'll move on.
so I was sick from my tattoo. I had the flu and fever, and I had to like thug it out, and I didn't want to get on that zip line. It's either that or I left the hike down a ravine and up a ravine for 2 hours, but I had to, it was scary. I didn't want to get sounds like fun, but not fun. But you got to do what you got to do to get home. And I, you know, and then after that, I had an 11-hour drive after all that pain, and then a flight. But I got home. That's where I wanted to be. I knew it was safe here. So
you know,
back home.
light energy, and you guys, you never know. You just never know. Like that could have caused a, infection in her blood and so on and so forth. It's like you just never know. But I'm really, really happy for you going out there, and I'm sure you made a impression, and you made a difference in the lives of the people. So I really appreciate you. I'm glad that you're okay, glad that you're home, and glad that your arm and the swelling has gone down. So let's get right into our conversation for the day, you guys. Monday morning, super stoked to be here. Have a great day, you guys. Love you. Super stoked to be here. And I want to share, or first off, let me ask a question. Who on this call, without searching Google right now, can tell me the definition of a contract? I know it sounds weird, but there's a point to all of this, and you know that I will bring this all full circle. Who can tell me the actual definition of a contract? Any type of contract. I don't care if it's a real estate contract. Somebody take the mic. Let's go, Michael Swanson. Michael Swanson, what's the true definition of a contract?
I'm just taking a shot here, but I'm assuming it's an agreement between parties.
Agreement between parties. Yep, I think that sums it up for everyone. Cynthia, what's your vantage point on that?
I was going to say the same thing. It's an agreement between two or more people.
Totally. I want to ask, obviously, we work in a Nicole, is that a different answer?
I was going to add written.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. In a business that, Samiri, what was your contribution? Samiri going once, Samiri going twice.
Sorry. Yeah, well, I believe that for real estate, it does have to be written, but I believe most do not. And then the person have to be they have to be concise, or like they should be over 18. They should know what they're doing to agree to the contract.
Yep. Look at Brianna's chicken. And I appreciate you guys' thoughts and sentiment on this. And I'm not talking about a real estate contract. Now, I wanted to open the conversation up because we all connect, because we do contracts for a living. But the contract I feel is more important is the contract that you have with yourself. And what I want to do is I want to take you guys through a quick exercise on this beautiful Monday morning to put some things into perspective. And if you were to write yourself a contract right now, and you don't live up to that contract, and you void that contract, then what happens in regards to your life, your business, and your health? If you wrote a contract to yourself today, say, okay, I'm going to lose, 5 pounds in the next 60 days. I'm going to stick to a diet. I'm going to work on my business. I'm going to make a contract to make X amount of calls every single day, no matter what. I'm never going to break that. I'm never going to be in void of the contract. And so I was thinking about you guys this morning, and I wanted to do some writing. And now, mind you, this is just some framework of a conversation that we can build on. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to share this with you. And I want to read this. I just wrote this on my phone this morning, so this is not complete, but I want you guys to have some context on here. So, say you're writing a contract to yourself, and this is going to be a writing exercise that you guys are going to do after this call. All right, so this is contract with yourself. You're going to insert your name, and you're going to put today's date, April 29th, 2024. And this verbiage will sound different. I just wrote it on my phone, and so bear with me. Proper execution of this contract means that proper execution of this contract means that I'm meeting, exceeding, achieving the goals, the lifestyle, the dreams that I truly, truly wanted, and allows a life of abundance, a life of security, a life of financial freedom, a life of less worry and less stress because I'm not worried about where my income is coming from. This contract creates opportunities such as I'm able to travel to villages and go and help families. I'm able to help build wells. I'm able to help in my local community, whatever that looks like. And the people impacted by the result of my success are Lily, or Silas, or Larissa, or Michaela, or Amanda, or it's my mom, it's Donald, it's my aunties, it's my uncles. Like, who are the people that are truly, truly impacted by this contract that you have with yourself? Now, what happens if this contract is breached? Now, I want you guys to follow along with me on this one, and this is going to go a little bit deeper. Jeff, if you can, my man, read this section right here. Jeff G.
If this contract is breached, you forego all plans of growth, financial freedom, and throw away countless hours of studying to get your license.
All right, so stay with me, you guys. By voiding this contract, you have not lived up to the responsibility to yourself. The real estate dreams that you set out to accomplish are now void. Your aspirations were just words and not followed through with commitment. The environment that you have surrounded yourself will cease to exist, and the hours of training are no longer applicable. The execution of this contract is my sole responsibility. And that's where I stopped writing. What I want you guys to do is I want you to think about this. If you were to sign a contract with yourself right now saying, this is what I'm committed to achieving in this business, these are non-negotiables for me. And if I do breach this contract, meaning I don't prospect, I don't show up on social media, I don't do the things that I know are going to move the needle on my business, I voided this contract, and I've impacted all those people that I said I was going to put on. All those people that I said, oh, mommy and daddy's going to give you a good life, and we're going to be able to travel. We're going to do things. We're going to have savings. We're going to buy homes. We're going to do I'm going to serve my community. All those things were just words. And now you are in breach of contract. And so what I want to do is I want to put everybody into perspective. Now, when you guys see this, when you hear this, I want to get some thoughts on this, some insight on this, and some contributions on this. And I'm going to go to Christina Montiel. Christina Montiel, when I share this with you, if you're thinking about your own contract, like, what does this mean? What is spark? What's brewing in your mind right now when you just look at this quickly made contract?
No, thank you for that. I've been dealing with not getting, I put a plan in place and I'm just not having that contract with myself. So I've been just writing a few things that just keeps popping up in my head that I've been telling myself, yeah, you got to do this every day, right? Before I go to bed. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to wake up, we're going to do this. And then tomorrow comes, I'm just like, oh, just 5 more minutes. Hold on, I'm not doing this. So I'm being here very truthful because I need accountability. I'm dealing with a lot of issues with my health, to the point that now I'm pre-diabetes. I have pre-diabetes and I'm only 45. And that was a shocker to me. And I'm like, okay, girl, this is reality here. You cannot be playing with your health anymore. I'm a dancer. I have all this. I've been into, boot camps, but my body right now is just not working with me. And that is very frustrating. So I'm trying to, if the shoe is hurting, you got to change it. So I'm trying to find a different path that I cannot make myself feel guilty, but at least have a non-negotiable with me, because it is my health. Without my health, I can't do real estate. I can help my family. I can do anything. And also, when it comes to my business, I have all these plans. And last night I just took 20 minutes and I start blocking my schedule because I need to do this. Before I was just like, okay, whatever happens, So this is just a wake up call again for the same path that I've been trying to be in. Yeah.
Well, I love that. And here's the thing, you guys, and I'm just real with you. I'm 44 years old. There's going to be a time in our life where we're going to look back, and maybe it's happening now, and especially if you have children. There's going to be a time in your life where you're going to be like, where did the last year go? where did the last 2 years go? Like, how many of you have experienced that? Like, oh my God, you look at your kids, like, are they really that old? Did my kids get that old? And while you guys still have the energy, while your bones aren't aching, while you still have it in your body to be able to do these things, then do it, because there'll be a time where we might not have this level of energy, this vitality. And so, you guys, every single week, you're either wasting the time or you're actually doing something with that time. And like, look back at last week. Just look back at last week. Like, damn, did I waste time? Did I actually follow through on this contract to myself? Or did I void my contract to myself last week? So I want you guys to be very real with that. I put that framework of that down below. So go ahead and take that, make it your own, repurpose it, do whatever you want with it. But it's important that we all put that into perspective. I want to hear from 2 other people on this. If you have any thoughts, any insight on this, I'd love to hear Aaron, Chris, who else do I have on here? Brandy, Alfonso, anybody. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts and contribution on this conversation. Let's go, Aaron.
I think it's an interesting concept. There are, like Christina was saying, there's a number of times that we can acknowledge that we maybe not haven't held ourselves as accountable as we need to. We get distracted easily. So maybe this is something that helps us to stay on track. If you write a contract to yourself, you don't let that phone call distract you from what you had time blocked. And I have a problem with being quick to answer my phone or, do that. And then it kind of throws off your day. So the way I'm looking at it is more or less writing a contract to myself to keep on task. Cause maybe it's the ADHD in me or whatever it may be, but sometimes you do have to have those things. And I guess the thing I'm trying to wrap my mind around now is how do I keep that in front of myself all the time as a constant reminder? Cause we could write a contract, file it away, and then you fall back into your own pattern. So how can I keep that in front of me to be a constant reminder?
Yeah, I absolutely love that vantage point on this. You got to think we exist in a world of contracts, right? When we're releasing contingencies, we have to hit important milestones, because if we don't hit the important milestones, then our deal falls out of contract and we put our clients at risk of losing their EMD. Well, it's the same thing. Like, if we can organize a contract for other people and hit certain milestones that are imperative to the success of them getting the keys to their new home, then we should take those same principles over into our own life, into our own business. I have contracts with myself right now that when I'm thinking about it, like, I will not void that contract. I will not void that contract whatsoever. Nor would you do that with your clients. And so you have to make sure that you have that similar mentality. So really good stuff, Aaron. I like that vantage point. Let's go, Brandy, Alfonso. Let's hear from you, or anybody else wants to get involved in the conversation, and then we'll move right into some action for the week. Let's go, Brandy. Thoughts, contribution, insight on the conversation.
I actually love this topic because I look at it as a contract's kind of same thing as a commitment. So if you can't be committed to yourself, how can you expect anyone to rely on you to be committed to, like, if you're servicing business, like for us in real estate, how can your clients rely on you if you can't stay committed to yourself? So if you're going to contract and say, like, I say Mondays, I work out 3 times a day. And for me, I go, like, the second workout, I'm like, man, this is such a silly goal. Like, really, Brandy, do you really have to work out 3? Yes, you do. I don't care how silly it is. You said that you're going to do it. And so, like, yeah, and it just, if you stay committed, like, that's my contract every Monday. 3, I don't like it. I'm not going to avoid that because that better serves myself. Like,
Love it.
So
Love
yeah,
it.
I love this topic.
Well, I appreciate you guys. Listen, I put it in the chat down below. What I want to challenge everyone on this call to do, and everyone that will see this in the future, is just sit down and do some writing. And when you answer those questions and you kind of go in that framework, and I just shared it in the chat down below, when you go into this framework and you go to these questions here, proper execution of this contract means A, B, C, X, Y, Z, allows the life of, and really define that, creates opportunities such as. And then when you start to name the people that are impacted by the result of your success, I believe it becomes even more real. This coincides with your goals, it coincides with your daily commitments. And so I was inspired. I saw a video about Kobe Bryant this morning, and he said that, you know, he has a contract with himself, and no matter what, that contract will be fulfilled. He won't void it, he won't break it, and nothing will stand in his way unless he's absolutely hurt and he cannot perform. And that's the same type of mentality that each of us need to have as we're entering the new week, as we're entering this business, as we're growing our business. That's the same type of mentality each of us need to have. So let's go right over to you guys. I want to go to wins from this last week. I want you guys to share. Go ahead and get your hands up. I want to hear some wins from last week. What happened? What's going on? Also, if you want to share any of your challenges, that way we can do some group discussion here. But who has a win that they want to share? 3 or 4 people get in the queue. And if not, I need to know what's going to move your needle this week. What are you committed to? What's on the agenda? What are you, destined to accomplish this week? So let's hear from you guys. So let's get the hands up. Get the queue going. All right. So Michael Swanson, he's going to start off. So Michael Swanson, let's go. Let's hear from you. Either side of the coin.
So wins out of open house Saturday, that went well. Got a few good leads from that, and then I was able to get 2 buyer clients pre-approved last week. So we'll get the shopping started soon.
Good for you, my man. Good for you. And what needs to happen this week in your business to move the needle? What's a non-negotiable for you?
Just consistency, really. Just me staying consistent. That's been the biggest thing for me. In last few weeks, I've stayed consistent, and things been happening. So just stay consistent.
That's right. That's right. I love it. Good stuff. Let's go, Joellen, and then we will go. Damian, you will be on deck. So Joellen, and then Damian.
Good morning. I had an awesome first spring clean donation drive, and it was so awesome, you guys. It was so cool. And the one thing that I really loved was getting a note. Sorry, I'm walking a hill. I got some feedback on Nextdoor that said, "Thank you, Joellen, for always doing this for our community." Yes, visibility and branding. Elias leave.
Yeah, it looks like he got kicked. I don't know.
Joellen.
He walked away to the bathroom.
No, Damian, you're on deck. Sorry about that.
Yeah, good job, Joellen. I'll take Elias's place. Good job, Joellen. That's the way to go. Get out there in the community.
Yes, I'm really staying true to my visibility and my brand here. So
I love this. I love this. Joellen.
I'm applauding Joellen.
Oh, okay. Yes. Joellen, really quick, get yourself a lapel mic, because when you're with that gal in front of that business, it was really hard to hear you. But something that is handheld. But yeah, I absolutely love.
Saying was that I got noticed on Nextdoor, and someone shouted me out and said, "Thank you for all the community work you do here."
Yay.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Let's go. Damian, JJ will be on deck, and then Penland, and then Elizabeth Serta.
It was a productive week on other ends for me. I'll start yesterday. I started a YouTube channel finally for all of the videos that I've been posting on Instagram over the past year and a half, and I ended up having like close to 200 videos that I need to post to YouTube, because I keep getting people asking about a YouTube channel to house all this stuff. And so that I finally started that, so that was a win for me for sure. Friday was a National Volunteer Appreciation Day, so I was at the food bank, and just everybody there was so welcoming, and now they know me from being there all the months. And Team Fast, our name is up there on the board every single month when we volunteer, and so those conversations just keep happening. So that consistency and showing up, they know what I do, and they know where I'm from and what I represent. So that was really cool. We performed that same night at the Oakland Museum, which was another opportunity to get in front of people and them to further know who I am and what I do. And then lastly, me and my daughter went around our neighborhood on Saturday morning and put out flyers to all the neighbors with Dad's face on it. And she was into it and loved being able to help as well as take a walk. But yeah, just a really productive week, showing up and again trying to spread the word about what I do.
God, I love that. Anytime you get the kids involved as well, they have fun with it, and it just instantly creates a bond with the people's houses that you're knocking on. So I love this. So you guys, let's do this really quick. I want to show something to you because I want to make this. I want to come full circle on this because especially if you're making videos, you guys. I've said this time and time again. I want each of you to get a membership to allright.ai, and here's why. When you see all these articles here, and I'll just give you an example. Let's just take one here. Every time you create a video, you just take that video and you dump it into All Right. Now, what All Right will do is they'll create an article for you. And now you can use that article. You can put that link in your newsletter. You can put it on LinkedIn. It just takes the video, all the stuff that you said, and puts it into a really, really cool article. And then what I do is I house these articles and I put it here on my personal website, and I go here to blog, and you'll see all those articles from things that we've said on group coaching. I take that video, we plug it into allright.ai, they create this cool article. Now I have all of these blogs to share even, or give this even more life and share with even more people. So for the people out there that are committed to their content creation, take those videos, plug them into All Right, create that article, go in there and make any adjustments that you need to, and then house those in your website. If you don't have a website, you can get one free from KV Core, or if you do have an exclusive, website that was built for you, start plugging them in there in your blog section. And that's a way to give your videos even more shelf life. It's been a game changer for me. Let's go JJ and then Alyssa and then Nicole. JJ, you're up.
Okay, what are we doing? Wins, losses? What was the question?
Whatever one you want, man.
Win was again reconnecting with the NACA group this weekend. I had been meaning to do it, and again, out of sight, out of mind. But they had they had a presentation this weekend, so I went over there and I talked to Pam and Michael. And so I'm back in it, and I'm going to look at it differently than almost everybody else because I usually comes from a different place, but I want to use it to be able to leverage listings that I'm working on and getting right now with multi-unit older owners. And what I want to do is connect them to people from NACA and help them bridge the gap. Most of the time when you get someone in the NACA program, traditionally they qualify for an amount that really isn't going to be able to buy much. But I'm getting more and more of my older clients basically getting tired of being owners in the Bay Area because there's so much drama that's going on. And so there's more listings coming on. Instead of now turning them into personal investments and or other investors that I know, I'm going to see if I can start opening it up to help people who can actually help other people within their families or communities. You know what I mean? Buy a duplex and rent it out to somebody that they know and help each other, A, be more stable as far as housing goes, and B, be able to own something.
Beautiful.
So that was good.
The office was packed too.
Yeah, it was over 100 people. We were shocked at the amount of people that were there. It was actually a really, really big group. It was interesting.
Good, man.
Very impressive.
Love it, man. I love that you're going to lean into that. The group definitely will appreciate your contributions. So good stuff, JJ. I appreciate you being here. Let's go listen.
They might already be tired of my contributions, and it's only been one day.
No, I don't think they will be. They appreciate it. Let's go Lyserta, then Nicole Penland, you'll be on deck, and then Samiri after that. Let's go Lyserta. Is it a win or is it a challenge? Let's go. You're muted. You're muted.
Oops, my bad. Good morning, everyone. It's a win. I've had lots of challenges this year. It's been a really bad start of the year, but slowly but surely things are coming through. One of my past clients reached out to me. I just listed their house coming soon in Oakland because they want to move to a more desirable area. because of the fact that they were able to buy this house years ago, they had the, huge built up equity, and now we can do that. And I actually, I'm probably about to get under contract on their buy side, their purchase side in San Leandro. I actually knew when I I built really good rapport with the listing agent. It ended up being he went to high school with my cousin and her husband. We went to the same high school. We lived in the same neighborhood. The house ended up being his aunt who passed away. So hopefully, that'll also be a good thing, and we'll get under contract on that. And then my sister's friend, she's a first-time home buyer. She's a young professional. She is looking to buy her first house, helping her in Sacramento. So I want to give a big shout out to Joe Ellen. I forgot to renew my access to that area over there, but Joe Ellen came through yesterday. She helped me open a couple of doors. So thank you, Joe Ellen, for taking the time to do that. Appreciate my team.
Love it.
This morning, I got a call from another past client whose brother wants to buy. So it's been all good this weekend, through today. So
yes. I love it. Love it. And sometimes, you guys, it takes months, it takes weeks, and you're not seeing any of the results. And all of a sudden, your phone starts to ring. I have a question from one of the lender partners on the call. Maybe someone can answer this. If we're working with a certain demographic that let's call it first-time home buyer, maybe their budget is in the 500 range and they have to use down payment assistance, is in the future, I mean, I don't know, and maybe this is just, just a general question, is that down payment assistance money going to be able to be used towards compensation or not at all? Maybe.
Oh, right quick. Big shout out to Ashley. She's helping this buyer, the first-time home buyer, with a first-time home buyer down payment assistance program. That's the reason she's able to qualify. So thank you, Ashley.
Awesome. I don't know, maybe one of our lender partners, can you answer that question for me?
Yeah, that's a big no.
Okay. All right. Big no. Christina, big no.
Sorry, you're saying seller credit for compensation, or what was it for compensation?
So if a buyer can only purchase a home using a down payment assistance program and they can't really afford to pay buyer compensation, they can't use any of that money from the down payment assistance program, right? Like as a
correct.
Okay.
No, correct.
Okay. All right, cool. Let's go to Nicole Penland, and then Samir, you'll be on deck. Let's go, Nicole.
So a win. I got 2 more buyer representation agreements out, signed. And also I have a special guest on the call this morning.
Beautiful. Awesome. Let's keep the train moving. What's that person's name?
Nicholas Penland. I see it. There he is.
Is that your brother?
It's my father.
What's up,
That's
Nick?
who I'm named after.
I'm great. I'm glad to be on the call.
Well, we appreciate you being here.
I'm a Bay Area native, and I own PFN Insurance Services. And I actually spoke at a meeting at your office for Nicole the other week. You got your lender partners, and you're talking a lot of positive things. One thing is don't overlook is the insurance on closing the deal. It's a lot going on in the insurance industry right now. Carriers are leaving. I live in San Leandro in the Bella Vista area. So I was on my way home from my grandson's soccer game. So I stopped in the house, beautiful home there. And I looked it over, and I asked the real estate agent, well, were they concerned about the insurance? Right now, Bella Vista's a fire. So they said, oh yeah, we're going with Allstate. I said, oh, that's good. So I got home later on, and I was reading an article in the paper, Allstate is leaving California. So they're writing business. So over the 38 years I've been selling insurance, we represent Mercury, Travelers, Hartford, Kemper, Safeco, Nationwide, Liberty. Liberty's leaving. Most companies right now are on moratorium. So to put all your effort into this big deal and not be able to get insurance is a real obstacle right now. So you really need to almost tell, as soon as they look like a house, you need to start looking into the insurance at that point. Because older homes, 50 and older, contractors insurance companies want to know Once the roof was done, there's the plumbing updated with galvan with copper pipe. They don't want to insure copper pipe. Galvanized pipe, electrical system, all circuit breakers, and the heating system. They want to know this stuff. And in some cases, some carriers are requiring that the buyer get a certified contractor's report at their expense to verify all these things are done. Now, over the years, realtors will call me after they worked all this time on trying to put this deal together and say, oh, I need an insurance policy. Can you get it to me in 15 minutes? Now, years ago, that was okay, but in the market we're in now, fair plan is an alternative, but you can submit an application to fair plan and you might be waiting. There's no rushing it. So that's a real obstacle that you'll be facing, and it's getting tighter and tighter every week.
Yeah, and I think that this is good for a whole entire session. So let's connect Nicole and Nick. Maybe you guys can put some information about how to contact you guys, because it is happening. It's a reality for our consumers. This is something that we have to have this conversation about. So let's probably connect and do a further conversation on this. Maybe do a whole entire meeting. So I appreciate you being here, Nicholas, as a guest. We love your daughter, love her fighter spirit and her mentality. And I'm sure she gets a lot of that from you, my man. So thank you for being on today. We appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.
Samir, let's go to you. I don't know if it's a win or a challenge, but let's go rapid fire, and then we'll shift gears in the conversation.
It was a challenge at first and then a win, because unfortunately I got in an accident on Friday. But I had a networking event that I had to attend to. So I didn't let it stop me. I still went to my event, and I was able to network with so many investors, business owners, and realtors. And as a new agent, I was just super proud of myself to just putting myself out there and having 7 leads from that. So it was a win.
Well, first off, hopefully you're okay. Hopefully your car is okay.
Unfortunately, it's a total loss, but
Jeez Louise.
we're looking with insurance to see what's next.
Yeah, well, what's next is now you get a different car, and maybe it's even it's a newer car, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, as long as you're okay, and I love the progress, I love what's going on in your business. So good stuff, good stuff. So you guys, let's keep this ball rolling. I wanted to see who wants to grab the mic, and I need about 3 people to share with us, like crystal clear. You're walking into Shark Tank right now, and you're telling us what your goals are for this week. Like very, very clear. I don't want, well, I think maybe I'll knock on, or I'm gonna possibly maybe do 1 video this week. No, I want definitive. It's Monday. What are we gonna do to move our needle? Who can share with me what their goals are for this week with absolute certainty and clarity? Who can share with me what their goals are for the week with absolute certainty and clarity? Anybody want to grab the mic and share with me rapid fire what your goals are for the week and what's going to move your needle? Anybody?
I'll go.
All right, let's go, Ricky.
All right. For this week, my commitment to myself is 30 conversations, 5 social media posts, 3 coaching meetings, 25 doors knocked, attend an open house, do one newsletter, and add 5 new follow-up to Follow Up Boss, and 25 phone calls.
I think that Ricky just wrote this right now. No, Ricky wrote this. He's clear. He knows what he wants to do, and he has direction. Like, where's that written? Is that written? Is it on your phone, on your notes? Where's that at?
Yeah, this is on my phone.
Perfect, man. I love that. I absolutely love this. And if there's anything I can do to support that, feel free to tap in with me, my man. I love it. Let's go, Kaleem, and let's go, JJ, next.
Good morning, everybody. I'm making 300 phone calls and 100 door knockings.
Who are the phone calls to, and who are you knocking? Whose doors are you knocking?
I am knocking at the door in Palo Alto, the house I had sold, and I'm trying to help my client to rent it. So I'm going to be doing door knocking there. I just got the list for it today, and I'll be doing door knocking there this week. And I'm calling from my notary book and the previous clients.
Beautiful. I love this. I love this. Let's go, JJ. JJ, is that a new hand? Or is that an old hand? I don't know. All right. You're muted. So either put your hand up or put it down or contribute.
Sorry, got it. So I'm leaving Mexico on Friday, but I do want to, I've got about 15 distressed properties that I'm gonna go get yelled at. So that's my goal, is to get yelled at 15 times this week. And say hi to Jonas. He lives in Oregon. That's my youngest son.
What's up?
We're here. We're gonna have breakfast. I just wanted him to be embarrassed over doing.
I love it. I love it. So when you say calling distressed company or properties and getting yelled at, can you walk us a little bit through what that means?
Yeah. So basically, I've gotten. So what I used to do way back before the internet was really, really active is I used to what we used to call the drive for dollars. And what you did was you went through neighborhoods, looked at the houses that the grass was bad, the roof was bad, there were cars parked outside, and you would go and find out who the owner is. And if it was the owner occupied, you'd go knock and say, "Hey, see your house is in bad shape." Use better wording than what I'm using right now, but. So your house is in bad shape. Just wondering if you have any interest in selling it, or if you're in a position where you're going to need some help. And I used to have a whole bunch of different things from the communities that would help people help, not necessarily sell it. But most of the time, people that are in those positions are usually stressed out already. So when someone knocks on their door that looks like, to be honest, as far as they're concerned, we look like predators, even though most of the time we help them out. You usually get yelled at. But if you know that from the beginning, it's all good. You know what I mean? It's like, it's okay. If you guys don't follow Jerry, I can't remember his name, but he's at Compass. I think he used to be with you guys.
Yeah,
Beverly. Yeah, he's very, very good at basically explaining what I just did. And so I'm getting back to that because I want to literally create inventory to help NACA type people more. I mean, look, this weekend we didn't put an investment house on the market. I just put it up on Slack, and I got one deal that started, and then that got canceled, and the next one Kuhn picked it up. So if I want to sell them, we can sell them. But if I'm making enough opportunities for people who normally are outgunned, I want to be able to do that. And so that's my biggest goal right now, is to find more properties where people that are selling aren't going to lose any money. They'll just be patient enough to be able to allow the process to take longer than 21 days or 10 days. Or whatever the competitive market is doing right now.
Beautiful, beautiful, man. Well, I appreciate it. Enjoy your breakfast. Order me some sausage if you can. I appreciate that. I want to share a couple things with you guys really quick. Here's what I want everyone to do. If you don't do this already, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, go into your Real Scout. Pull up your Real Scout and see who is the active clients, who's viewed a home today, and who's opened an email. Obviously, this is an old account. I just use this as an example. I want you to see who are your hot consumers right now. Also, if you guys are in Follow Up Boss, and if you've achieved the ability to go into Follow Up Boss, we have a chime pawn here. This means that there's 5,600 people that if you don't have the business, if you're in a lull, you can go in here and find the opportunities. And I just want to show you something. If I go here and I look at this person's activity, 3 days ago, they looked in San Pablo. 8 days ago, they looked in Hayward. 8 days ago, they looked at Walnut Creek. This person's active. They're actually looking for homes. They're looking. So I see Sierra just called this person. So here's the thing, you guys have an opportunity, if you are on the team, to go in here and just go to the chime pawn, go last activity, filter this by newest activity, and see what these people are doing. And you'll find that people are busy right now. Like this one's older, but the point is, like, you'll get to see all the people that are actively looking for homes right now in the market. And you'll find that that number is super, super high, especially right now, despite everything that's going on. Another thing I want to share with you guys, I think it's really, really important. I want each of you, if you have the ability to do so and you have the budget to do so, I want you guys to sign up for this real estate negotiation expert certification. I want every single person on this call, it's $159 to be an expert in negotiations. Learn the nuances, learn the questions to ask. This is a great certification to have, especially in the market that we are up against. So I highly recommend that you guys do that. And also, by a show of hands, is anybody going to Legislation Day this week in Sacramento? Please raise your hand if you're going to be up in Sacramento. You're going to Legislation Day. Okay. So I'm going to be up in Sacramento. I would love to connect with as many people as I can while we're there, do a tour, maybe have people over at the office. But If you're not going to legislation day, it's a great opportunity for us to get super, super involved in what's going on and what's on the horizon for our industry. Let's go to Nicole Penland and we'll start wrapping the session. Nicole Penland, was that a hand from earlier? No? I thought it was a hand that went up and then went down. It's Wednesday, Jessica. No? Okay. All right, cool. All right, cool, you guys. So here we are. It's Monday. I think that it's important we go back to this contract one more time for you guys. For maybe if you hopped on a little bit later, let me share this one more time with everybody. I want everyone to write a contract with themselves. Proper execution of this contract means A, B, and C. Allows a life of what? The people or creates opportunities such as the people impacted by the result of the success are. And I really want you guys to write something out and I want you to sign it. I want you to commit to it. I want you to put it somewhere that you can actually see. If you want to share it with me, feel free to share it with me. I'd love to support your journey, but I want this to be a writing exercise that everybody completes. Now, that's on you guys. However you want to write that, however you want to phrase that, however you want to frame it, that is completely up to you. But I want to encourage you to make this a writing goal of today, so that way you have that out of the way. Now, JJ, was that a new hand? I just want to make sure I don't skip you before we, okay, cool. You guys, Monday, goals. What's going to move my needle this week? What am I accomplished? Listen to Ricky, listen to Colleen, like know exactly what's going to move your needle. Know how many people are in your Real Scout right now. Go to Real Scout and see who has opened an email, who's viewed a property, and who has opened anything in the platform. Then go into Follow Up Boss and run a similar search to see who are the people that are actively looking at homes right now. Even if they said that I'm not ready to buy, well, why are you looking? Right? I at least want to call you and say, hey, Andrea, I noticed that you're looking at 123 Main Street. I'm setting up my tours for tomorrow. I know you said you wanted to wait a few months, but let's at least go and look at some houses to see what you like and what you don't like. I'm available at 4 and 5, what works best for you. Start setting some appointments based on consumer behavior, because each of you have the ability to see it if you're putting your people in those platforms. If you're not, and you're just working from an Excel spreadsheet, then that Excel spreadsheet isn't living, it isn't breathing, and it has no consumer insights, no consumer patterns. Everything that we do can be focused based on their behavior. So you guys, let's come full circle on this. I'm going to get a couple key takeaways from people on the call today. I'm going to go over to Janice. Janice, a couple key takeaways from our time together today. Hopefully you are ready, you are prepared, and you know what you're going to accomplish this week. So let's go, Janice. Key takeaways from our time together today. Let's go.
It's always me.
I know.
Key takeaways. Take the negotiation, get the negotiation designation, because it's gonna get tricky out here, and you got to put yourself ahead of the game and be better than everybody else, or at least on par with everybody on the team. And again, just get out there and get after it. Take the initiative, set goals, be committed to yourself. Goals are nothing without discipline. So be disciplined. Try to be inspiring, because everybody that gets on here and talks sounds so inspiring. And I'm just like, yeah, do your thing. But yeah, be disciplined, you guys. Be committed. Let's make all this money. There's enough money to go around.
But maybe you're inspiring others right now. So
maybe.
Give yourself some credit. Give yourself some credit. Let's go, Jessica Segura Hernandez. Key takeaways from our time together today. Let's go to you. And then
Good morning, everyone. Key takeaway, to finish my negotiation course, because I did start that one. I just haven't gone back to finish it. And just to plan my week, I'm going door knocking with Sierra on Wednesday. We got a buyer lead from door knocking, so that's really exciting. And she applied for the Dream for All Act. So just making sure that I'm out there door knocking, posting on social media, and hosting open houses.
I love it. Let's do this. I want to come full circle on the conversation that you gave us last week, or the challenge that you gave us last week. You said that you were having a little bit of a block, right? And so talk to me about that block. What have you done since then? And what type of traction have you gotten from the videos that you created since then?
So I posted 2 videos, and they weren't like educational videos. I say more like a motivational. And I've received a lot of comments on one of them, and 1,500 views. So I mean, that's pretty good from not posting at all. these past few weeks.
And then, so Jessica, in the one that had 1,515 views, how much did you actually talk in that video?
Oh, I didn't talk at all.
Exactly. So check this out, you guys. So check this out. If I go Reels, that's 1,515 views. It was liked 45 times. It was commented 13 times. And so not everything has to be you speaking. It is maybe your opinion, your thoughts, your vantage point, things that you're going through. Those things hit as well. So she was having a little bit of writer's block, didn't know exactly what to post. Posted something of her not saying a fucking word, and it got great traction. So don't overthink it, you guys. So great job, Jessica. Love the traction that you're getting from that video. Good stuff. Let's go, Aaron Chris. Aaron Chris, key takeaways from our time together today.
Key takeaways from our time together today, the NACA stuff and what JJ was talking about. I'm kind of intrigued by that. I want to get a little bit more into that. I did not know Nicole Penland and Nicholas Penland were insurance agents, and it is extremely important. I have a client that's in escrow right now that had a problem with their insurance agent getting insurance in an area that I figured was just no brainer insurance. It's not like in the middle of the woods. And so that's an important thing. The All Right AI, I've been having this block with social media as well. It's always been a challenge of mine. And so I appreciate Jessica sharing, because I just kind of dialed in and checked that out. So that, and then the contract, I'm just trying to keep myself, another tool to keep myself on task. I've been time blocking, I've been staying on top of that stuff. And so that contract, I think, is going to be good to keep reminding me to stay on task, to stay with my time block, to not let myself deviate from the schedule I set for myself on Sunday. I spent 2 hours figuring out what my week is going to look like, and by Wednesday, that's usually blown up and I'm all over the place. So that contract is going to help to just keep me focused and on task.
I love it, Aaron. Great to see you, my man. Thanks for your contribution. Let's go, Damien. Damien, you'll be the last contribution of today's session. Let's go.
I liked that quote about changing shoes, because I try to wear a different pair every day. So that resonated. But no, I wanted to chime in about Real Scout. I live by Real Scout now. And even if you see another client looking at another property that you may not have known about that fits another client, it could be useful for that. Like, you may not be the most diligent about getting on the MLS and seeing what's brand new on the market. But if you see other clients looking at properties that might fit another client, then it makes sense. But Real Scout, again, I live by it now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's one of the best tools. I'm actually going to be an ambassador for Real Scout. I start this week. I have no idea what that actually looks like, but I was asked to be an ambassador for them. So maybe they, put me at trade shows and talk the good gospel of Real Scout. But before we close out, you guys, I want to share this with you, because I'm never going to ask you to do anything that I want to do myself. Jessica, I'm just going to take a page out of Jessica's book. This video right here on the right-hand side, I didn't say a single word in that video. It's already been shared 20 times. This one here is just me being funny on the Ring camera. And it got 3,342 views. It was liked tons of times, and it was commented quite a bit. And it's just me being a silly father, sending my daughter off to school. So you are the content, your life, the things that you're into, then the intrinsic qualities that make up you as a human being, that shit hits. That hits. And so, more of you, less of the real estate stuff. And I promise you, your audience will grow. Your audience will start to see the real person that you are, and they'll start to have some fun with you or get connected with you emotionally, whatever that looks like. So you guys, really good session today. Let's make sure that this is a week that counts. You all have an opportunity every single Monday to have a clean slate and say, how many appointments am I going to set this week? Literally, that should be the goal this week. How many appointments am I going to set? If you went on 5 appointments, can I convert 2 of those into active buyers? And can I at least close 1 of those in the next 60 days? And I'm pretty sure that everyone has the ability to do so. So go out there and book for an appointment. Stop having great conversations and not asking for the appointment. I listen to a lot of calls through Zillow and I hear really good conversations and really good dialogue. But what we don't do is we don't actually ask for the close. Get out there and ask people. Would it be crazy to think that we can get together tomorrow to talk about you guys' goals and what it looks like to be a homeowner in the Bay Area? Thanks for the appointment, because you never know what's going to happen. You guys, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for being on. Thank you for being present. Thank you for having your cameras on for the people that do have their cameras on. So you guys go out there and make it a week that counts. As always, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision, and have an amazing day. Peace.